Proud of the guys. It starts on the mound, and Jamie brought it, the A stuff, lengthened it out, was in control of the game. You have to exercise what we call self-contained relief to be an effective starting pitcher, and I think really the first time you probably faced it was in the 7th, but you had to shrink that thing and get yourself out of the jam, and that was an emotional moment in the game. I thought it was big. I thought his stuff was great the whole time. I thought Joe, his A stuff the whole time. Both teams, a lot of strikeouts in this by both teams, and I think the caliber of arm is no better than this anywhere in college baseball in any of the games today. I thought that was really impressive stuff here, and I thought Mississippi State's arms were really flashing, electric type stuff. The long ball again was a big part of this for us, and I thought the physicality of the group and the athleticism and some of the other ways that we were able to create on the bases impacted this. His home run in the 2nd inning was huge. His home run in the 9th, right? One from each side of the plate. Huge moments. And then the grand slam, Miles, the delivery of that, adjusting to that slider. I don't know that there's two better left-handed sliders in the game than those. And for Miles to hang in there and adjust and, number one, have the capabilities to hit a ball when you're a little bit out in front trying to adjust that well, says a lot about his talent. Pleased with the guys and how this went. I thought we played a really solid game, and I'm proud of that. And this was a big game. Micah brought this up, and he's exactly right. You win this game, it changes things tremendously, the swing of this. And if you don't win this game, having to win 3 games. So proud of the guys. Big win.
Take questions, please.
Jamie, what is it about the postseason in particular? We saw it last year with the regional and the super regional for you. You're consistent as can be in the regular season. It seems like you just take it up a notch in the postseason. What is that like for you?
Everything's on the line, really. So, it could be my last start, and I just go out there and try to compete like it is, really. And I enjoy when stuff's on the line for the game.
Jamie, when you get a mound visit there in the 7th, do you say anything? Do you just listen to what coach is telling you? What was that interaction like? Was there any doubt you were staying in?
Yeah, at first I thought I was getting pulled. He came out and said, "You got this?" I said, "Yeah." I thought I was getting pulled, so I was obviously excited I was staying in. But I was just, anytime Posey comes out there, it makes me more relaxed, and I was happy that he let me stay in the game.
Coach, it seems like you guys excelled in most offensive aspects of the game. You had a season-high 13 walks, also to terrorize them on base paths. So what's the key, I guess, to continuing this momentum into tomorrow? Because no matter who you face, obviously, like you said, the arms are still going to be very solid.
Tomorrow's game will be different than this, and whatever aspect of the game presents itself and gives you an opportunity to grab a base or a run or an advantage, you have to be able to do it. And not every game provides the same opportunities if we're talking offensively. And you have to have those dimensions. And we try to build the roster so that you do have those dimensions. And today I think you saw, like you said, a lot of that talent on display. And then they have to be able to execute it. Being talented is one part. Applying the things you work on and executing it in game is the other half of that. And you have to do both. We did.
Drew, your ability to hit both sides of the plate, not just consistently, but to get the ball out of the park. I mean, how much do you work on that? And in these moments, how important is it for you?
That's really important. I mean, usually when one side's on, both will be on. But I would say, for example, today, the scouting reports really helped me a lot. Switching can be tough, mid-game. And what we talk about with the coaches really helps me prepare for, switching from left to right.
Like we always talk about the stuff with Jamie, but just what can you say about the way that he competes and the intensity that he pitches with on the mound?
Well, he's passionate about every pitch that he throws. And when you combine that again with the physical capabilities and the concentration and the ability to deal with and block out the external factors that he has in his career right now, it takes a lot. And he's doing it. And I thought his slider was as good as I've seen it today. And tough angle for me, but I thought the fastball had good life, and that's that's a really dangerous team. Like they're statistically and physically capable. A couple change-ups, but I think it was the fastball slider combo today that was in play for him more than anything else. And the competition, the adrenaline, and allowing the greatest fans in the country and the animals to fuel that a little bit. I think everybody ticks up a notch when you're playing in this setting versus an empty stadium in a scrimmage. Like, this is about as good as it gets, and he matched it.
Link, you know how good the top of your order has been pretty consistently, but it feels like when this team's been its best, it's been the 1 through 9, and that's what it's been really through these first 2 games. It feels like the bottom of the order's produced maybe even more than the top of the order. I guess what can you say about the lineup and when it's clicking 1 through 9, how dangerous it makes you?
Well, if you're going to score a bunch of runs, it's going to take the 9. It's hard to do it with half. It really is, because you know at some point you're going to cycle through that thing, and you have to have some completeness to what you're doing. And I feel like it's a talented group. I feel like we're a little reckless at times, but like I've told you in here before, reckless can be dangerous, and that the bat and physicality, the swinging, and their intent to damage, it pays off. And I thought the byproduct of the walks and the pitch selection also led us into doing some special things. And yes, the entirety of the lineup, I thought top to bottom, contributed to this somehow, some way.
Jamie, did you allow yourself to think, I mean, there's still baseball being played in Corvallis and here, but this could be your last time on that mound. And what was it like coming off that mound after that strikeout? That's about as emotional as we've ever seen you. And then also the curtain call.
Yeah, that was in the back of my head all day. Like, I knew this could possibly be my last outing here, so I just wanted to be present and enjoy every moment of it. And you know, when it ends like that, it's easy to let all the emotions out. And you know, I just had so much fun today, and I'm blessed that I was able to play here the last 3 years. And if that was my last outing, like, I couldn't have asked for a better outing.
Link, being a Tallahassee guy, how much do you enjoy getting to see? I mean, all your guys, but Drew and Miles have those moments.
Yeah, I actually thought about that during the game, which is a little strange, but these guys envision themselves in this uniform and in this stadium and having those moments, and it's really cool when it happens. And I didn't have as many as these guys have, believe me. I was involved in it, but I don't know if I contributed a whole lot. But it represents more when you've thought about it and watched it and you live it and you don't leave it. So the things that he and the local guys, Miles and Jackson, and you walk out of here and it doesn't really leave you. Like, everybody follows you. You know, you're not going to a different hometown. Like, this is it. So you live the good and bad. And I think it's great that these guys are here with us, and I want to continue that. And it adds another dimension of importance when you're playing, and the result of these type of performances stays with you for a long time.
Link, also following up on the question I have for Jamie, when they get the right-hander coming up for the last hour, I mean, how much confidence do you guys have in him? Is there a doubt about going to get Joe at that moment?
We discussed it, and we talked about he was going to the mound, and Mike and I had a pretty quick, deep discussion on how we wanted to handle the next couple hitters. And then you have to feel it out. And we felt it out. And it seemed like it warranted him trying to get that guy. And that's what it did.
Any more questions, guys? All right, thanks.